And hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Supergirl Season 4 Episode 15. And an episode I was very excited to see because we finally got confirmed information that a certain character is finally joining the Arrowverse universe in Supergirl's world, obviously, but still, he's part of it now. He's one of them. He's one of the biggest baddies of all time, in the DC world. My second favorite DC villain of all time, behind the Joker, it's Lex Luthor. Now, they got the actor from 2.5 Men to play him, and I don't remember his name, but, wow, he brought it in this character. Because Lex Luthor is a very difficult character to portray. We had Michael Rosenbaum played him. Did a very good job with that. Gene Hackman from the movies, amazing. Obviously, that is Michael, the actor from Batman v Superman. People don't like him, but still, I thought he was pretty good. It's very different takes on Lex Luthor's character. He's one of the top big bad guys of the DC world. Like, out of all of them, because he's a very tricky character. So in this episode, we got to see him, out of jail because he's sick and he goes for help and he needs his sister's help, Lena Luthor. So he literally and by the way, spoilers. So before I talk about Lex, let me talk about what happened in the ending of last week's episode, where we find out that James got shot. Now, nobody knew what happened. We don't know how he got shot. Maybe there was a lot of speculation. Maybe he got attacked by the Liberty Agents of Liberty people. Who knows? But so that's basically what the team has been doing. Supergirl, Alex. They all try to figure out what happened to him, and he's in the hospital. And James's sister comes to the show, so we get a new actress coming into the show now. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, like I said, we have Lex Luthor. He looks like he's ill. He's very sick. Now, in the comics, they explain that as well, because in the comics, he has been sick before. That's because he's been dealing with kryptonite so much, trying to give it to Superman. They gave him cancer because technically kryptonite's kind of like radiation, and it kind of backfired on him using so much that he became ill. So he needed his sister's help because he knew that she was working on this cure to give people superpowers, and maybe it would help him get better. Now, we all know Lex Luthor is a very devious person. He likes to do things his way. He likes to manipulate people, especially his own family. He would do anything to have an upwind situation. He always has a trick up his sleeve, no matter what it is. He could be the sweetest guy. He could be confessing all his sins, but yet you don't know if you can trust him because he's Lex Luthor. You really can't trust the guy. And this episode really shows that you really can't. And then, of course, we had the whole information with Manchester Black wanted to fight Martian Manhunter. So we got to see that. And then, of course, while that's all happened, you have Lex Luthor in this episode taking advantage of that by basically doing what he needed to do to get that cure. And by the end of the episode, he ends up taking the cure and still pretending to be sick, and like literally tricking his own sister, saying that, oh yeah, you had a better life than I did. My life was crappy as a child. My mom didn't really, she loved me as much as she could, but my dad never really paid mind. He only cared about the business, and I had to do that. But you had the caring mother, so I kind of wish I had that. He tried to play into Nina's needs. So we got to see that, but it was pretty cold and calculated for him to do that. So yeah, Lex Luthor was the actor who played him did a really good job being, because like Lex Luthor's like two people. He has that business mind who acts all sweet and innocent, especially with the public figures, even before they knew who he really was. But it looks like in this, this world, they know who he is and what he's done. And he still tries to play the sympathy card, but we all know it's all a bunch of lies. or he twists the truth about certain things to get what he wants. So at the end of the episode, he ends up getting out of the damn wheelchair, all healed, all better, and he starts working on his plan to get rid of, obviously Superman, and of course the Pretender, as he calls Supergirl. He kidnaps his sister Lena, so we get to see that, and then of course the end, and he sees Supergirl for the first time. He goes, "Oh, nice to meet you," and he calls her Pretender. So yeah, Lex Luthor is now out there, healthy. I'm pretty sure he's more healthy. I don't know if he's got the superpowers yet, but I'm pretty sure he's going to have it eventually. Guy's got a photographic memory, because we did get to see him help Lena fix the cure so that way she can give it to James, which she did, by the way. And James is now better. I don't know what's going to happen with him moving forward. Maybe he'll get superpowers, but it's a possibility. Or maybe she just made the cure without the superpowers, or who knows. For all we know, she could have made something in the cure that makes them healthy, but takes away doesn't give them the powers. We just don't know yet. So yeah. But it was fun to see Lex Luthor use his sister in a way that benefits not only himself, but benefits his goals in life. Basically getting out of prison, tricking guards, and, his own sister as well. You do get to see some guards, like, really treat him like crap when he was in the wheelchair, because, they didn't give a damn what he did, because he slaughtered millions of people. Lex Luthor, maybe, he doesn't really have blood on his hands, like, per se, but he has killed people, with this technology or whatever it is to destroy Superman. His main goal in life is not to kill Superman, but he wants to be Superman, in the eyes of the world. That's what he wants. That's his main goal. He wants the world to think that he is our only savior for the planet, that they only need to bow down to him because he's the greatest human being on the planet. He doesn't want them to trust him, and that's why he hates Superman so much, because they all trust him and love him because he's a god, but Lex wants that power for himself, and that's always driven him to hate Superman so much, and it's so cool. He's polar opposites from what the Joker does with Batman. Joker always wants to make a laugh out of Batman and have a punchline, while Lex kind of wants to be Superman in the eyes of the people. So, but yet, two psychotic people, you can't trust either one of them. But Lex, man, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure they didn't show us in the scene, but when they were working on the cure, knowing him, he has a photographic memory. He must have memorized that formula like that, and he just like, yeah, let me just tweak a certain thing. For all we know, he could have tweaked it himself and made it better, or whatever, when Lena wasn't there because she had to go to the hospital to give James the cure, which, like I said, he did. He's fine now, but who knows what the repercussions are going to be about that. But it's going to be fun to see what happens moving forward. And now, apparently, we find out that next week's episode, he was behind the whole Russian Supergirl project, or he gets involved with it somehow, or he was already involved with it, because we then also found out in this episode that he was the one who made the DEO hire Lena. To use her expertise. It was all part of his plan. He has a lot of plans in motion that connects, and it ends up working out in his favor. So, let me know what you guys thought about Lex Luthor and his debut, and how you thought the actor did. I thought he did a really good job with the character, bringing a very different version of what the character's been portrayed in the past. But I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see more. And I hope we do get to see more, because even if this show gets canceled one day, they make a Superman show, and they bring him back to fight Superman, I think that would be kind of cool to have a new Lex Luthor for the TV show. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and thank you very much, and have a good day.